Thank you all for coming. I'd like to welcome all of you. I'm actually very proud that we're graduating companies 19 through 24 from Flat6. This will be 24 companies graduated in the last year and a half. I'm very proud, okay? And so we're committed, we're gonna keep investing. We're gonna keep doing this. We think it's a great idea. And it's two parts. We're going to invest. And our secondary goal is we want to build a community. And the part that's been missing is, in this ecosystem in Egypt, is there isn't a generation of entrepreneurs that started companies 20 years ago to be the angel investors and the mentors of these companies today. That's the part that's missing. We're building that generation for this one and for the next one. And the guys who are graduating today and the guys and girls graduating today are going to build companies, and they're going to be around in a few years to help the next generation of companies. So we're very optimistic. By year end this year, we're looking to double the number of companies that we run through Flat6 to 12 companies per cycle. We're looking to hopefully expand within Egypt, open another Flat6 within Egypt, and we're in discussions to open more than one in the rest of the Middle East. I would ask all of you, as the community, three things. Consider investing in these companies or in other startups, but consider investing in startup companies. If you have the resources and you have the money, it's one of the best investments in the world. Angus was talking to me before and said he invested in a startup and made $250,000 with a small investment. I'm hoping to make a lot of money with all these companies. I'm hoping you all invest in some of them, the ones that you think are useful or that you can help, and we'll make money together. The second thing is I would ask anybody to mentor or give their time to startups, whether our startups or any startup in Egypt, because it's really the way that we're going to build the economy in this country. It's the fastest growing section, it's the best way to create jobs, it's the best way to increase the GDP. And the last part is, all of you have businesses, all of you do business, all of you who work in governments or banks or institutions, give business to a small company. Give them some of your business. Don't put tenders or RFPs that require multinationals or 72 years of experience for a corporation. Okay, give startups business, they're just as talented. No, they're probably more talented than the big companies that you give your business to. So I want to thank a few people. First, I want to thank the AUC. They've been a fantastic partner. They've handled the educational component of our program since the very beginning. They've been committed, they've been wonderful. I would also like to thank Pricewaterhouse. PwC has been invaluable in the mentoring and in the coaching and the support that they give the entrepreneurs. Microsoft, they give them amazing support. WAMDA, and the Global Accelerator Network, of which we're a member. We're actually the only accelerator that's a member in this global network in Africa or the Arab world. So after the presentations, take a minute. If you haven't already done so, stop at the tables, see the companies, meet the CEOs, ask them about their business, ask them about more detail about what they're going to present. We're going to have a short video, and then 3 of the previous graduates from the prior cycles are going to give you just a very brief 1 or 2 minutes about their experiences. So I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank all the mentors who are here, who've supported us. I want to thank all the speakers who've come to speak. We have Wednesday dinners every Wednesday during the cycle, and many of you have come to speak and support us in those. So I would like a big round of applause for everybody here who's really contributed to make this happen. And then my last thank you is for, really we just, Hani, my partner and I, we stumbled on a jewel, and his name is Ramez, and he's done a magnificent job. Yasmin, Iman, everybody else at Flat6, thank you all very much. You've done a wonderful job. We started Flat6 because we found that there were a lot of young people with wonderful ideas that really didn't know how to start.
At Flat6Labs, we provide our entrepreneurs with the environment that will help them provide their ideas into successful, sustainable startup companies.
Partnership with Sawari Ventures and Flat6 has been important since the start because we look at those incredible number of ideas that are out there in Egypt, not just in Cairo, in Upper Egypt, in the major cities, in the small villages. This is an incredible resource that we need to tap into, try to train, mentor, help, support.
كل 4 شهور بنشوف أحسن applications جاتنا من خلال الموقع وبيتم فلترتهم على كذا مرحلة لغاية ما بنوصل للفرق اللي بتكون موجودة معانا في كل سايكل.
السيشنز دي كانت مفيدة جدا، كانت ادتنا بقى البيزكس بتاعت الاكاونتنج والماركتنج والبيزنس والحاجات دي كلها.
As a mentor, I've mentored 2 companies and I'm looking forward to mentoring more in future cycles. I tend to meet with them about once a month and we discuss their milestones, what they've achieved, where they hope to go next, and it's a combination of both qualitative and quantitative analysis, and it's always a good discussion.
المنتور بيحاول يدينا من تجاربه اللي هو مر بيها والاكسبيرينس اللي هو يعني خاضها في شركته هو، ان هو يساعدنا ان احنا نتخطى حاجات هو كان واجهها او نحل مشاكل هو واجهها عشان ما نقعش في نفس الاخطاء تاني ونتعلم من دروس.
قدرت اشوف انه في الحقيقه شباب في مصر من كل حته ومن جميع الجامعات ومن كل الباك جراوندز المختلفه عنده افكار، ومش بس افكار، عنده الباشن والاصرار على تحقيق النجاح في الافكار دي.
انا بقدر استفاد من الناس وافيدهم، وفي نفس الوقت بيكون دايما في اكشن في الموضوع.
The Wednesday dinner is a tradition that we have here at Flat6Labs. Each cycle, every Wednesday, we invite a group of entrepreneurs and industry leaders to come meet with our startups of that cycle. What usually happens is that the main goal of that basically is for our startups to make connections with people outside of these walls and to bring people from the greater community and introduce them to our startups.
Flat6Labs has a great background in technical, financial and business knowledge and experience, and I believe that it's probably one of the market leaders not only in Egypt but also in the region, and it was the main reason for our success.
At the end of each cycle we have a demo day to give our entrepreneurs the chance to showcase their businesses and their ideas and what they've achieved in the past 3 months. We invite investors and the media, and this gives our entrepreneurs the chance to raise a second round of funding so they can hopefully grow their businesses and become successful companies.
The opportunity that something like an accelerator like Flat6 gives to the youth cannot really be quantified just by the experience in Cairo. Cairo is a city with 20 million people and many opportunities. In other places there are many people with great ideas but they don't have those same opportunities. So I think that what I see happening in the very near future is a replication of this entrepreneur story in other areas of the country.
We're looking to expand as the investors and the angel community expands, and I'm hoping that in 2 years we can be doing 100 startups in Cairo.
لو عندك فكرة ما تفكرش كتير، ادخل النهارده على flat6labs.com وقدم فكرتك وابدأ في تنفيذ حلمك النهارده.
I love the environment and the feeling and the new ideas and new companies are being born in that place. It's beautiful.
And now from Flat6Labs Alumni, please welcome Ahmed Fathallah, GyroLabs CEO.
Hello. أنا سعيد جدا إن أنا أكون هنا النهاردة. في الحقيقة من سنة بالظبط أنا بدأت شركتي مع Flat6، وبعد سنة كانت سنة من أصعب وأحلى السنين اللي مرت عليا في حياتي. في الحقيقة يعني اللي أنا طلعته أو اللي حسيته من التجربة دي عايز أرجع ورا إن أنا بحب Flat6Labs جدا لسبب واحد بسيط، إن Flat6Labs ادتني فرصة إن أنا أسيب شغلي في أكبر IT مالتي ناشونال في مصر وأحقق حلمي. كنت بروح كل يوم الشغل بسأل نفسي أنا بشتغل ليه؟ وأنا كل يوم بروح نفس الشغل ده ليه؟ أنا لو مشيت هيجيبوا واحد مكاني في ثانية وهيعمل بالظبط اللي أنا عايز أعمله. ففلات 6 كانت فرصة إن أنا أبدأ أتحرك وأحقق الحلم بتاعي. في السنه دي شركتي جايرو لابز، عشان اديكم بس باك جراوند احنا بنحاول نعمل ايه، احنا بنحاول نستخدم الانترنت ان احنا نخلي تجربه الفرجه على التلفزيون احلى بكتير. فاول حاجه احنا نجحنا ان احنا نطلع 2 برودكتس، برودكت للسمارت تي فيز، ابلكيشن بترن على سمارت تي فيز، على السامسونج سمارت تي فيز، موجوده دلوقتي لو اي شخص عنده سامسونج سمارت تي في يقدر ينزلها ويجربها. الحاجه الثانيه اللي احنا شغالين عليها موجوده دلوقتي في البيتا، برودكت بتاعنا، برودكت فريد جدا من نوعه اسمه ريموتك. فكرته ان انت تقدر تخش عليه تعرف ايه البرامج اللي شغاله، تبقى سوشيال كده اكسبيرينس اراوند واتس هابينج اون تي في. حاجه ثانيه عملناها في السنه اللي فاتت ان احنا قدرنا نريز راوند ثانيه من فاندنج الحمد لله من فودافون فينتشرز، سواري فينتشرز، و 3 فيري وندرفul انجل انفسترز. اخر حاجه عايز اقولها عشان ما فيش وقت كتير، يا ريت تخشوا على www.remotek.tv. البرودكت لسه في البيتا، محتاجين الفيدباك بتاعكم وشكرا.
Thank you, Ahmed. And from Flat6Labs Alumni, Menam Ragab, CEO of asknative.
Hello, I'm Menam Ragab, the founder and CEO of asknative. Our journey started with an idea, a great one. And with the help of Flat6Labs, we were able to craft a world-class application. We were able to create a user experience so simple that enables travelers directly to ask questions to the natives about the localities of their destination. So now they can directly get some answers and get tips on their social media. Sorry. And through our private beta, we got thousands of downloads, and we got featured on Lifehacker as one of the best travel applications on the App Store. So I ask you now to experience the native way of traveling and download our application. Thank you.
Thank you, Menam. From Flat6Labs Alumni, Mohammed Shaban, CEO of Eshtery.
السلام عليكم. أنا محمد شعبان، سي او اشتري. اشتري هي طريقة جديدة للتسوق عن طريق السمارت فونز. عن طريق السمارت فون تقدر دلوقتي تشتري جروسري، فاست فود، فلاورز، هدايا، الكترونكس، ملابس، أي حاجة عن طريق ابلكيشن. الابلكيشن ده تقدر تتعامل معاه ان انت تقدر تبراوز كاتالوج داخل الابلكيشن، او تشتري من فيرتشوال ستورز عن طريق الان اف سي والكيو ار كود. احنا قضينا 4 شهور جوه فلات 6 لابس. ال4 شهور دول غيروا عندنا الفكره تماما، وحولونا من مجرد تيم بيحاول يعمل فكره كانت صعبه شويه لشركه. والشركه الحمد لله يعني احنا لسه قدامنا حاجات كتير نحققها، لكن لحد دلوقتي نقدر نقول نجحنا في اللي احنا كنا عايزينه خلال الفتره دي. خلال ال8 شهور اللي فاتوا احنا وصلنا دلوقتي بقى عندنا 11 موظف، عاملين 10 بلاتفورمز عليهم 6000 برودكت، في 50,000 داونلود للابلكيشنز بتاعتنا، وعاملين 300,000 جنيه ريفينيوز. احنا لسه في فتره البيتا فيرجن. كمان خلال ال8 شهور اللي فاتوا احنا قدرنا ان احنا نريز السكند راوند اوف فاندنج من فودافون. كمان اسسنا شركه في دبي، وخلال ان شاء الله 2013 هنلونش في دبي. شكرا، ويا ريت تزوروا اشتري.me.
Thank you, Shaban. Now it's time to meet our new startups. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Flat6Labs Cycle 3. I like to ask our teams to come on stage. GoEjaza. PushBots. Taskty. Castpace. Rawy. And CIRQY. Woo! Thanks to all the teams. Now we will start the presentations of the first one.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Ahmed Darwish, and I would like to thank Flat6Labs on the public level and on the personal level. On the public level, because not only they are contributing to the development of this country and the economy, but also they are raising hope and optimism, which is something probably we need during this era. On the personal level, because they are giving me the chance to mingle with an age bracket that I really love. So, I mean, thank you, Flat6Labs. Everybody likes to go on GoEjaza. I like. In fact, I mean, there are several reasons why I've chosen to mentor GoEjaza. Not only because we like to go on GoEjaza, but because actually you'll be surprised that we are not here to introduce only entrepreneurs. We're here to introduce adventurers. I mean, this group is coming from Yemen. I like that. So they are actually adventurers. Everybody, I mean, you know, movie stars used to come to Cairo to become stars. So they are coming to Cairo and they are going to be stars. On the personal level, I've myself visited 133 cities and I'm working on my 134 next Sunday. And usually you would like to find an experience or somebody is telling you about the place you're going. You know, it's not about just going to an airline or some travel agency to book something and you find a couple of comments about this hotel or that. You'd like to find an integrated experience about this trip you are taking. You'd like to share it. You'd like to smell the place and feel it. If you go to social networks, it's scattered all over the world. It's not actually in a single place. So those guys came up with a very bright idea that I would like you actually to listen to. I've been warned by my youngest friend, he's somewhere in this audience, not to talk too much. I promised him I will not exceed 53 minutes. You know, I'm a university professor, so when I'm given the microphone, I probably lecture. But let me introduce my second youngest friend, Hussein al-Sakaf. GoEjaza.
مساء الخير. أنا حسين السقاف CEO وكو فاوندر GoEjaza. أنا من اليمن زي ما ذكر الدكتور وعشت أكثر حياتي في السعودية وأنا جيت Flat6Labs في مصر لأنه عندي مهمة وهي تغيير تجربة المسافر العربي للأبد. إذا جينا نتكلم عن السياحة والسفر فهي أصبحت جزء أصيل من ثقافة الفرد العربي. هذه العائلة العربية مثل مئات الآلاف من العائلات العربية اللي بيسافروا. لما نيجي نتكلم عن السياحة والسفر بناء على تقرير منظمة السياحة العالمية التابعة للأمم المتحدة، منطقة الشرق الأوسط واحدة من أسرع المناطق المصدرة للسياح نمو في العالم. في 2010 بس كان عندنا 36 مليون سائح من منطقة الشرق الأوسط، كان انفاقهم 55 مليار دولار على السياحة. 9 مليون بيعملوا الحجوزات عبر شبكة الإنترنت. قيمة هذه الحجوزات وصلت إلى حوالي 10.5 مليار دولار أمريكي. وسوق الحجوزات الإلكترونية في المنطقة بيشهد نسب نمو عالية جدا سنويا. احنا في GoEjaza بنستهدف المسافرين العرب، لكن احنا في نفس الوقت بنركز على المسافرين من منطقة الخليج، لأنه 75% من إجمالي الإنفاق على السياحة والسفر من منطقة الشرق الأوسط جاي من منطقة الخليج. بالإضافة أنه السائح الخليجي 6 مرات بيصرف أكثر من أي جنسية أخرى في العالم أثناء السياحة والسفر. أعلى نسبة مبيت في الفنادق هي للسائح الخليجي. المعلومة الجاية هي الأهم، 60% من المسافرين العرب بيعملوا بحث على الإنترنت وبيعتبروا أنه المنتديات هي المصدر الرئيسي للمعلومات قبل ما بيسافروا. اللي ما يعرف المنتديات هي منصة ظهرت في الإنترنت في بدايات التسعينات وكانت هي الوسيلة للتواصل بين الناس قبل ثورة الشبكات الاجتماعية. خلونا هنا نشوف تجربة المسافر أبو محمد اللي كتبها في منتدى العرب المسافرون، واحد من أكبر منتديات السياحة والسفر العربية، في حوالي 430 ألف مسافر. هو شارك رحلته في لندن، كتب الجدول اليومي، شارك آراءه، التكاليف، صور للأماكن اللي زارها. الموضوع مفيد جدا وبيعتمد عليه مسافرين كثير. بس زي ما انتم شايفين في هذا الفيديو احنا مسرعين سرعة الفيديو 400 ضعف، يعني المسافر او المستخدم العربي العادي هيجلس وقت اكثر عشان يقرأ هذه المعلومات في الصفحة. فتخيلوا في هذا العصر التكنولوجي ما في طريقة المسافر العربي بيجد فيها المعلومات بشكل سهل ومنظم. ومش كذا وبس، نهاية القصة لسه المسافر العربي قدامه 39 صفحة عشان يكمل تجربة أبو محمد. بس تخيلوا كل هذه التجربة بيعاني منها المسافر العربي، بس كل هذه المعاناة صارت من الماضي، لأنه إحنا في GoEjaza بنقدم الحل والتقنية الملائمة للقرن ال21. إحنا بنقدم 4 أشياء للمسافر العربي: إمكانية تصفح رحلات المسافرين العرب وتجاربهم بكل سهولة والحصول على كل المعلومات في وقت لا يذكر. أيضا محرك البحث الذكي في GoEjaza بيعطي المسافر إمكانية تصفح رحلات وتجارب المسافرين اللي شاركوا نفس الاهتمامات ولهم نفس الميول. مش كذا وبس، الحاجة الثالثة اللي احنا بنقدمها في GoEjaza هي أول أداة عربية لتخطيط الرحلات في العالم العربي، واللي من خلالها المسافر بيقدر يعمل تخطيط كامل لرحلته من الألف للياء بالمخطط اليومي للرحلة. بالإضافة إلى أنه إحنا بنزود المسافر العربي بأفضل الأماكن والأنشطة اللي ممكن يزورها ويضيفها لرحلته بناء على ما عمله المسافرون العرب اللي سافروا نفس الوجهة. ومش كذا وبس، المسافر العربي حيقدر يعمل حجوزات الفنادق وأنشطته السياحية، كل هذه من منصة GoEjaza لتخطيط الرحلات. وأخيرا رابع شيء، بعد ما يسافر المسافر العربي بيقدر بكل سهولة يشارك تجربته مع المسافرين العرب من خلال واجهة الاستخدام البسيطة والسهلة. كل هذه التجربة احنا بنقدمها للمسافرين العرب من أي جهاز وبإمكانه يستخدمها في أي مكان. عشان نقدم أفضل تجربة احنا عملنا شراكة مع شركة إكسبيديا العالمية، وبالتالي مستخدمين GoEjaza بيقدروا يحجزوا في 155 ألف فندق حول العالم، بالإضافة إلى ضمان لأقل الأسعار على الحجوزات. أيضا احنا عملنا شراكة مع شركة فياتور، وبالتالي أيضا المستخدمين بيقدروا يحجزوا مختلف الأنشطة السياحية والتورز والتاكسي بيك أب كلها من خلال منصة GoEjaza ومن مكان واحد. أيضا احنا عملنا شراكة مع أكبر قناتين عربية، هي قناة ترانزيت وترمينال على اليوتيوب اللي تستهدف المسافرين العرب. نموذجنا الربح في GoEjaza احنا بناخذ عمولة على كل حجز فندقي بيتم من خلال GoEjaza بناء على معطيات السوق. المسافر الخليجي بيجلس في الافرج 12 ليلة في الرحلة، وبناء عليه احنا بنتوقع انه احنا حناخذ بين 70 إلى 90 دولار عمولة على الغرفة الواحدة في الرحلة، لأن المسافرين العرب في فصل الصيف بيسافروا في مجموعات كبيرة، والافرج هو 3 غرف للرحلة الواحدة للعائلة الواحدة. النموذج الربحي الثاني احنا بنقدم اللي هو سبونسر سيتيز. احنا بنعطي فرصة لهيئات السياحة حول العالم اللي بتستهدف السياح العرب انه بيقدموا كونتنت خاص بهم وبيعملوا بروموتنج للايفنتس من خلال منصة GoEjaza للمسافرين العرب. واحنا حاليا بنتكلم مع هيئة ابو ظبي للسياحة حول هذا الموضوع. احنا في GoEjaza يوم 1/1/2013 اطلقنا منصة GoEjaza للمسافرين العرب، واحنا نخطط انه بحلول اجازة الصيف هذا العام المسافرين العرب حيقدروا يغطوا كافة الديستنيشن الخاصة بهم، وأيضا احنا نخطط لافتتاح مكاتب لجو إجازة في الإمارات العربية وفي المملكة العربية السعودية. عشان نحقق هذه الأهداف في جو إجازة احنا بنبحث عن شريك يشاركنا قصة نجاح جو إجازة من خلال الجولة الاستثمارية الحالية في جو إجازة. أخيرا أنا فخور جدا إني اشتغلت مع هذا التيم، وأنا محظوظ إني في هذا التيم في جو إجازة اللي عملوا جهد جبار وقدروا يخرجوا منصة جو إجازة في وقت قياسي جدا. أخيرا إذا كنت حاب تشارك في صناعة مستقبل السياحة والسفر في المنطقة احنا بانتظارك في البوث تبعنا في الخارج. شكرا لكم.
مساء الخير، أنا عبد الله عسل founder CEO of Farna.com. أنا present as a potential customer for PushBots. I have to say I'm personally impressed by PushBots. The service or the product of PushBots is essentially to manage your push notifications for your mobile app across platforms. And when I initially attended the Flat6Labs initial presentation من حوالي شهر ونص, I was, to be honest, I was skeptical about PushBots because they are going after a global market so that they are competing with quality of talents and resources في Silicon Valley, which is a very big challenge. لما قعدت مع عمرو وراني البرودكت I was quite impressed by the level of quality اللي طلع بره طلع منهم. I moved back from the Silicon Valley in 2010 لمصر, واقدر اقول ان هو if these guys managed to move and to relocate their business to the Silicon Valley, their business and their company will be acquired in less than a year. The product solves a market need. احنا as Farna.com, our business relies on sending push emails daily with a collection of daily offers, and we pay money for that. وطبعا next trend in commerce is mobile, so we're willing to pay money for such a product. And I know for sure there's a huge business for that. They're able to perfect the product more. They already perfected a lot, and they're able to price it properly. I think they have a huge potential. With that being said, أنا عمرو quickly كده intro عليه. عمرو أنا عرفت surprisingly إن هو اليوم اللي قبل السفر, يوم الطيارة, إنه رايح يعمل ماسترز في أوروبا, جاله acceptance Flat6Labs, لغى الطيارة, and he started the company, which speaks about someone who's committed to his startup. Also عمرو هو من التيم اللي عمل مرسي ميتر. ده interesting enough إن هو he knows and he sees the market trends. طبعا هو ما تعبش بعد كده في الابديت, بس ده different story. Anyways أنا هقدم عمرو. اتفضل عمرو.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Amr. I'm the founder and CEO of PushBots. So when it comes to the future of technology, it's evidently clear that it's increasingly mobile. Every single week, there are 150 new movies, 250 new books, versus, guess what? 15,000 apps. And this uncontrolled growth of the app market is driving it to triple by the end of 2015. And that's a $32 billion industry. So if you're developing a mobile app, you're always going to be concerned about how to stand out, how to survive the competition, and how to get, keep, and maintain your users. Because 25% of apps are never used after the first install. And no matter how good your app is, people are going to stop using it in a month if you do not engage them properly. And this is the game of social networks, how they manage to keep us always engaged by sending us push messages about the cool things happening within their networks so that we open their apps and engage more with that. So while it does solve the problem, it's seriously annoying for developers. Let me introduce to you Adham. Adham is a mobile developer with 5 years of experience. And he was seriously thinking about actively using push notifications in his apps. And this is what he found out. So on average, each app has a user base of 1,000 to 10,000 of users. Each app has 2 versions, one on iPhone and one on Android. So he figured out he has to pay around $360 just for the sake of the infrastructure. And it doesn't end there. He has to build on the top of that another layer, software to manage the communication, and this is going to cost him around $1,800. That's worthy of 80 hours of development and 2,000 lines of code. All of that just to get this thing going. So wouldn't it be nice if he can just go onto a website, go through a simple registration form, and then use his credentials to sign in into a neat dashboard where he can just add the information of his app and instantly drag and drop a file into his project. And within this file, we have created all the magic. We have written so much code. We have done so much design for the developer write less and less. So namely in that example, an Android example, it takes 3 lines of code before he's ready to experience his first push message seamlessly, effortlessly, and most important of all, under 3 minutes of time. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're helping developers talk to their customers with the minimum amount of resources. By making it possible to forget all about the infrastructure hassle they had to go through. No more servers, no more maintenance, no more picking up phone calls 1 a.m. And then we present to them a handful set of tools to better engage with their customers. So we made it so simple that any developer can use it. We took it from 2,000 lines of code to 3 lines of code, from 80 hours of development to 3 minutes of time. And that's why we believe we are awesome. And I'm going to give you more reasons. So it all starts with a sharp focus on a minimalistic yet rich experience for the developer. We are developers, we know the pain. With one sign-up, he's ready to target any platform, whether it was Apple, Android, Windows Phone, BlackBerry, you name it. And the problem with mobile messaging in general, that it's always unidirectional. You send a message, you never know what happens. You never know how users responded to that. So with reachful insights, we make it possible for developers to understand the behavior of their users. We allow them to make better decisions about what is the best timing to deliver a message and what is the best wording for that. And it's not only about sending messages, it's about making it more smarter than ever. So one of the innovative things we're working on is that we allow developers to think of scenarios using specific triggers and then deliver some actions based on that. So if something happened, do something about it. It's a lot smarter. So these triggers could be location triggers, time triggers, social media triggers, or in-app triggers. So let's talk about location, because nobody of us likes to be spammed with irrelevant messages on his device about an offer in Madinat Nasr and I'm living in Maadi, for example. It doesn't make sense. So with Geo Targeting and Segmentation, we allow developers to specifically target their customers according to where they are and what they like. To give you a live example of that, let's assume I'm walking in Al Maadi, Shara' Tis'a, for example. So wouldn't it be nice if I approach Crumbs and then I get an immediate push notification that tells me about their 55% discount on the best cupcake that I like? I bet it would be. And then time triggers goes like, if it's Valentine's Day, broadcast a message to everyone. If it's the person's birthday, send him a tailored, specific birthday message. And the most exciting feature that we have is the social media integration. And this is unprecedented in this industry. Nobody, even the people in Silicon Valley, have ever thought about that before. So we make it possible for developers to talk to anyone who has downloaded his app through Twitter by just adding a hashtag at the end of a tweet. And this is a killing feature for all content-intensive apps. So whether it was a breaking offer or hot news, you can just deliver it directly from Twitter, and it's going to reach all the users of the app. It's phenomenal because it reduces the overhead cost and the know-how of sending a message. And in-app triggers goes like much, much smarter. So if the user never opened my app in 10 days, please mark him as an inactive member. And that's a way to know the meaningful growth of my app, and then encourage him to use my app. If my user is very interested in football, send him only the offers that are relevant to football. So how do you make money? We take a monthly subscription from developers. We have a wide range of pricing lists. So on average, developers are going to pay around $90 per month. And we have launched our private beta with 9 apps, 1 Austrian, 1 German, and 7 locals. And they're all very excited about the level of competitiveness that we're offering. And they're all very excited about this, how this is going to evolve. Behind this is a team of very diverse individuals, but very passionate. We take it very seriously when it comes to delivering a world-class product. We have few milestones in this year. One of them is to support more platforms, and the other is to launch in the US, as Abdullah said. And with Flat6Labs, we have closed our seed funding, and now we have interest in another round of funding. So guys, come talk to us, learn more about what we're doing, and get engaged and take part in connecting millions of developers to their audience effectively. Thank you.